Hey everyone, I hope you're all good and safe. It's been a long time, but I'll make another video about that. So let's get right into it. So here's a list of a few things that you're going to need. I've also listed them in the description box below. I always like doing a quick rough sketch of anything that I'm going to make. It just makes it a bit more clearer and I can think about how it actually comes together, because sometimes you have an idea in your head but you're thinking, how's this going to look? So here you can see I've just marked out the pockets. A good place for your pockets is on your hip, because obviously it's going to be from your bust down, so that'll be a good place for the pocket to sit. Just to add, the pockets are optional. So all you're going to need is your bust measurement, and then how long you want your dress to be, and then just a measurement of where your pockets will sit. So this dress is basically a circle skirt, but it's a dress. So I always use by hand London's calculator whenever I want to make a circle skirt or a circle dress. So all you're going to do is put in your bust measurement. The website and the calculator is pretty straightforward to use. I like to work with inches. So if you just follow that, and also depending on how full you want your dress to be, I would say use half if you want it to look like mine, or if you want it to be more fuller, use the full measurement. The only thing I was a bit concerned about with using the full dress size is that when it's windy, it will be blown away like crazy, but it may be okay depending on how dense your fabric is. So here you can see that I'm just using the radius measurement that they gave me and marking it out on my material. I like to use chalk because it's easy to just dust off or wipe off as soon as you're done. So before you cut it, just make sure that you're happy with how the length looks. Sometimes it can look shorter than it's actually going to be, but it should be okay. But just take your time and see if you want it a bit longer or shorter. So once you cut it, I would say put it against your body, or if you have a mannequin, put it against the mannequin, just to see if you're happy with how it's flowing, or if you're happy with the length. As I mentioned before, the pockets are optional, but if you do want the pockets, you're going to have to cut down the side that is folded, just so you end up with the front and back of the dress. Now for the pockets. All you have to do is get a piece of paper. I just placed my hand around it and drew around my hand, leaving a bit of space and a bit of extra space for a seam allowance. So now we're going to cut out the pockets. You can use the same material or you can get a different material because it's going to be inside anyway. And you just fold it in four, so you end up with 4 layers on top of each other. Iron it so it's nice and flat and easy to use, and then you just cut around the pattern that we've made. I'm a bit of a hazard, so I don't usually use pins. I do most of the time, but sometimes I'm a bit lazy. So if you want to, you can pin it in place so you don't cut yourself. Now I'm just cutting down the side as I mentioned before, so we can end up with the front and back. And then I'm going to serge / overlock around the edges. I just like the finish that it gives, and I've used different colours so it blends in with the material, but also can work as like a little cute feature as well. If you don't want to add pockets and you just want the dress to just be a dress without pockets, I've put down the timings of how to put the elastic in the description, so you don't have to watch all of it, just forward to that bit. So I overlock around the pockets individually and I do it down each side of the dress. Don't do the top or the bottom yet. We can do that after. So that measurement you took before for where you want your pockets to sit, you're just going to mark it down from the top of your material to where it's going to sit and pin the pockets facing the right side of the material. It's fine, it might look a bit weird now, but it will make sense after. So once you've pinned them all down and you have them in place, we're just going to do a straight stitch over the pocket. So just a straight stitch over the pocket. So once you've done the straight stitch and on all 4 sides, we're just going to iron over it. And trust me, ironing as you go along helps so much, so just do it. And then flip all pockets over and iron them so they're stuck in place. Wow, my hands were dry in this video, but allow me, I know for next time. So now that we have the pockets in place, we're going to place the front and back on top of each other, making sure that the right side of the material is on the inside. And then we're going to do a straight stitch all the way down and then around the pocket and down. So I used pins here because it is important to get the pockets to line up as much as you can. I used an 1/2 inch seam allowance, but use whatever covers the straight stitch you did before, because it sort of has to overlay so you can't see the stitch of where you placed the pocket before. If you don't usually sew or it's your first time doing a pocket, once you're done, you'll be like, oh, there's the pocket. But once you're done, just iron it down flat and do the same on the other side. So once you've done that and you have both of your pockets, now is a good time to overlock the top and bottom. And what you can do is hem the bottom section. And I'm not going to hem mine because I want that raw finish that the overlocker gives. So now that you've hemmed the bottom of your dress and serged the top or whatever works for you, get your elastic ready, and you're just going to have to measure it around your bust area or make it at least 2 to 3 inches smaller than the bust measurement that you got before. So once you've closed the elastic, you're going to pin it in place around the bust area of the dress on the wrong side. And then you're just going to do a zigzag stitch all the way around. I like to mark it in 4 because it just makes it easy to know where I'm going, but I also do pin it. So anything that keeps me on track as I'm sewing around it. I already closed the elastic, but if this is something that you want to learn how to do, let me know. I was thinking of doing a little video of showing how to close elastics, how to put them in place, how to do hems, just all of like the basic stuff that sometimes when you kind of have experience sewing, you forget that it's not that straightforward to do if you're new to it. So now that you've attached your elastic, you're just going to fold it over and iron it in place and then do a straight stitch around to secure it. So once you've done this step, you're done. Yay. I really love this dress. I love summer clothes, especially that you can just throw on and still look cute and like you made a little piece of effort. I may have some available shortly on the By MK website, which will be coming out very, very soon. So keep a lookout on the Instagram that I've listed in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to putting out more content. And please like, subscribe and share. See you soon.